Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Diana Loves Colors, and thank you for coming to watch this video today. It's going to be a project share using some of the dyes that I received from Globleland. And Globleland is an online store where you can find all kinds of things to make your crafts. They have diamond paintings, they have metal dyes and stamps, ribbon, um, paper, all kinds of things. And if you go to their website, on their homepage, they have all the different collections that you can go to. Um, and you can receive $5 off your first order. Sign up with your email or use my discount code Balboni10. Very easy to navigate their website and place your order. So, this is part of the dyes that I'm going to show you today. And this was the shaker drink dye. And I believe this is around $5.50. And you get so much with it. You have this metal dye, shaker dye here with all these little pieces you can use to make shaker bits if you don't have sequins. There's more down here. We have a straw and another straw. Over here we have a bottle dye that is a shaker, two little tags, and at the time I didn't know, but this piece here is actually a cork that goes in the top of the bottle. Here we have some ice cubes and some other bigger decorations that you can put in your drinks. And this is what I made with one of the larger dies here. It's this one. And it's a shaker. I used one of the fruit slices that comes with this set with some stickles to put in there. And I did use some of the ice cubes. I tried cutting them out in like mirror cardstock. I also tried cutting them out in vellum. But I did use the mirror cardstock for the ice cubes. So this is the bottle die. And I made these little tags with some of this elastic cord that I hauled from Dollar General to make the little tags. And used some of the nail art to put on the tags. I had so many lemon ones. And I made a shaker mix using some of my orange ABs from Diamond Painting, some of my tangerine neon ABs, and some of my yellow ABs. And I mixed that up with some little fruit slices that were in this pack, and some of these AB shaker. They're almost like balls, but they're very, very tiny. These are also, I think, in nail art category. Here's some of the little nail art fruit pieces that I have. And I decorated these fruit slices, with some of the new stickles that I recently hauled. There's yellow, grapefruit, and palm leaf. Here's the grapefruit. I can put the link for the stickles in the description box. It was a 6-pack for $14.50 or something like that right now. So I mixed that all up in this little dish. And this cute little shovel was a gift from Sharonette from Cheap to Chic. And she put this little dangle on the shovel. It says, all fun, on this little piece. There's a little palm tree, a little bow, and a yellow heart. You'll have to tell me where you got these little shovels, Sharon. They're so cute. And they have a hole here, so you can put a dangle on. So that's the shaker mix. So I also used the diamond dust that I recently hauled from Amazon too. And I really like the way it looks. I gotta tell you, I'm a little scared of this stuff, you know. Because it is real crushed glass. So you have to be careful using it. But that's okay. And we're going to put one together using the other die that comes with this set. And with this one is the 2 fruit slices. And it's one of these jars with no handle. And there's a reason that I have the washi tape here. And I'll tell you about that when we get to putting this one together. So I'm going to set all of this aside and bring over the pieces that I have already cut out. Let me put these aside too. So that's our die. So I first used this outside piece and I cut the background for our shaker out of this green paper. You don't have to do this, but I also cut out a piece of cardboard, and I'm going to glue this to the back of here just to make it a little bit more sturdy. You don't have to do that step, depending on how thick your cardstock is that you're using. If it's a little on the thin side, this is a good idea. So to glue these 2 pieces together, I'm using the this tacky glue. I use this when there's like a bigger area to glue. And this glue also dries a little slower, and it gives you time to reposition things if they're a little crooked. So I'm going to just load that glue up there. And then I'm going to put this on top as best as I can. And we're going to let this dry for a second. Okay. So next, you're going to cut out a piece using the same die, a piece of acetate, clear plastic. So I'm actually not using acetate. This is laminating paper. Let me show you. So this is laminating paper you can get at any of your like Staples, or you can get it from Amazon, and for me, I'm not taking the sticky part. I'm cutting it just as is, and this is what it looks like. It's kind of hard to see. Sorry. Let me put it like this. And this is going to be the front of our shaker. And next, I put a piece of washi tape between these 2 pieces here and ran it through my die cutting machine to cut out the foam that I'm using for the shaker and to cut out. So here's the foam, and you want to leave that taped together so that your other piece, your last piece, comes out fitting the foam exactly the same, and you don't have any showing. Well, barely any. All right. Then I use this to cut out a straw. And this mirror cardstock to put on the top of our jar. So we can start putting this together now. I'm switching to my other glue here. Oh, and if you don't have laminating paper or you don't have acetate, a lot of times you'll find packaging around your house that's clear plastic that you can use. This wasn't quite big enough, but it's absolutely, you can save these from things that you get and use it for your shakers. So I'm going to glue this straw down around here. We want this stuff to be kind of dry before we put any of our shaker bits in here. And I actually cut this piece out from an actual straw that has lemons on it. So we're going to do that. I think I put just a little bit too much glue. Oh, we got to have it sticking out a little bit. And then I have these fruit slices that I think will look pretty with the diamond dust. And I think I'm just going to use one or two of the smaller ones. So let's get that stuck down too. And we're just making the background of our shaker. And I really don't want to touch this. And this is actually good to use for shakers because no one's gonna, it's gonna be inside the plastic and nobody's gonna touch it and be able to cut their fingers. I would hate to send somebody that and have that happen. I'm just gonna use this piece of foam to push that down. Now I'm throwing it away. I'm moving this back out of our way. Do we need another? Yeah, maybe one more. Sometimes when I'm doing these project shares, I kind of almost forget you guys are here and you may hear me stop talking. I'm going to push that down with this little piece of foam. All right. So this is all set. Let's move it out of the way here. So this is getting back to where we cut the pieces out of this, of our foam. And this is the 3mm foam that I got on AliExpress. I cannot say enough good things about it. It does not squash down in my die cutting machine. Oh, well, very little. And all the other foams I've bought have squished down. So what we're going to do is put this piece of acetate between this piece and this piece. So I'm going to do that now. First, I'm going to glue this piece to the acetate. Now, I have not made many shakers, and the ones that I've made have not really turned out well. These are probably the best ones that I've ever made, and it's not because I'm a great shaker maker. It's because of these great dies and this great foam that I'm so pleased with how these came out. So I'm gonna put this on the acetate, being very careful to not get it where you can see the glue. And I have some glue there, and because I forgot to bring a paper towel in here, I'm just going to wipe that up. And I'm going to just lightly push down and spread that glue around in there. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Like I said, sometimes I forget you guys are here. So normally I would be letting this dry for a long time, but because we're working kind of quickly, you can see the glue on the back of here. I'm trying to keep as close to the edge with the glue as I can, so when it spreads out, you don't see it. Whoops. All right. I'm trying to get this straight here. Well, as I always say, nothing's ever perfect. But that is good enough. Okay, let me let that dry for a second, and we'll go back to what we're doing over here. I'm getting rid of that diamond dust out of here. So now it's time to put our shaker mix in the inside here. So I'm going to, where'd my little shovel go? There it is. I'm going to just put a little scoop of this in the middle. Oh, I didn't put any of the fruit slices in here. Oh, I see one strawberry. Let me fix that. Okay, so if you can see, I just picked out a few of the little fruit slices to add to this shaker mix here. And I'll add just a tiny bit more in there. And that's all we should need to make it shake, rattle, and roll. So now we are ready to place this piece on top of here. This is almost the last step. So I'm going to add some glue to the back of the foam and get all of this shaker mix in the pool. Well, not the pool, but into the party. I'm not using too much of this glue. It sticks. Oops, that's what I did not want to do. Okay, I had got a little bit of glue on the acetate or laminating paper. So I wanted to clean that up before we went any further. Ooh, this is sliding. So normally I would put this under something heavy to dry. But we have a couple of more things to add to this. I'm going to try not to shake it for a few minutes. So I cut out this metal top to fit on here. I'm wondering if oh wait, I have it upside down. It goes like this. All right. And I just did that by putting a piece of this mirror cardstock over that and running it through over just that part. And mirror cardstock is another foe of mine. I seem to always get glue on that too, and it always seems to smear, so I'm really going to try to be careful doing this. Okay, I'm going to leave that for a second, and I'll tell you about this. So here is the little tag die that I used. And I just cut off a section and tied it in a knot through the tag. And the tag is this glitter cardstock and that elastic cord. And we're going to just stretch this carefully over the top of this. And I usually wouldn't do this till this was completely dry also. But try to get it on there without messing this up. All right, so that's good enough for now. And there is our shaker. And maybe I can use it in another swap that I'm in, or just gift it to a friend. I usually don't keep everything that I make. So those are all of our dies that comes with this for under $5. I just think that, I mean, not under $5, around $5. I think it's a great set. Here are all the ones that I made so far using all of the dies here. That one. Whoops, I bumped the camera. And those two. And this one. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry it was kind of long. It kind of happens with these kind of project shares. But I thank you for hanging in there with me. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up on your way out the door. I'd really appreciate it. And I always appreciate your comments. Thanks very much. Thanks to Globleland for letting me play with their amazing dies. And I'll see you next time with something new.